Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Things have been looking really good for the bulls. In fact, the market has been, from the 4th of June lows, the market has just been tearing away now. But the Nifty implied opening this morning is suggesting some consolidation. Let's see which way it goes. But for now, plenty of stocks in focus. So let's get straight to it. Our research team is joining in. First up, Bank of Maharashtra and Central Bank are two stocks you should be looking at. Sapna is joining in to give us more details on that. Sapna, over to you.
Yeah, hi. So basically, a 5,000 crore QIP issue is likely by Bank of Maharashtra, sometime in the current financial year. And this is likely to help the bank meet the 25% public float norm. As we are aware, there has been pressure on 5 public sector banks which remain in terms of achieving the stipulated public float norm as has been stated by the government from time to time. The current exemption this comes to an end in August. This is what the plan is. Similarly, Central Bank also, they are planning to do a 2,000 crore QIP from both purposes, in terms of growth capital as well as in terms of trying to meet this stipulated public float norm. So that's likely. And what the sense we have been given from government is that they are very much in favor of this kind of a calibrated fundraising, to serve both the purposes, growth capital as well as bringing the government equity down over a period of time. So it's also likely that the current exemption that these 5 banks are enjoying at the moment from the 25% public shareholding norm, that also is likely to be extended by another 2 years.
Thank you, Sapna, for that important update on PSU banks. Moving on to SBI cards, Abhishek joins in with details. Abhishek.
Well, Rima, it looks like you went on a holiday and the spends have increased a lot for the credit cards on a lighter note. So for industry, for the month of May, the credit card spends have grown at 17.3% YOY and about 5.5% on a month-on-month basis. The card issuance has slowed down a bit to 17.7% YOY and about 0.74% on a month-on-month basis. Average spends per card is down about 0.4% YOY, but they are up 4.5% on a month-on-month basis. So for SBI card, the total credit card spends have increased by 10.8% YOY and about 7.2% month-on-month. The card issuances continue to slow down. They have grown at 11.5% YOY and about 0.6% month-on-month. Average spends is down about 0.6% on a YOY basis, and they are up 6.6% month-on-month. So in terms of market share, they have lost out market share with respect to total credit cards. It's down to 18.5% versus 19.5% that they had on a YOY basis, and even on a month-on-month basis, they have lost market share by 2 basis points. Total spends, their market share is at 15.98%, a decline when you compare to YOY number of 16.9%, but they have gained a market share on a month-on-month basis anywhere between 25 to 30 basis points. Back to you.
Okay, Abhishek, thanks a lot for that. So, Rima, seems like you're maxing out your credit cards.
I wish.
On your holiday.
I wish. But, Abhishek, do stay on. We're going to come to you for more stocks. Before that, I just want to talk a little bit about MapmyIndia or CE Infosystems. Now, today, promoters, what we picked up from sources is that the promoter, Rakesh Kumar Verma, is likely to sell 5 lakh shares or 0.9% equity via a block deal. The floor price is at a 5% discount to where the stock closed yesterday, and the total offer size is about 115 crore rupees. The promoters have about a 52.9% stake as of the March quarter. And remember, this is a stock which has surged. Yesterday was flat, but in this month itself, particularly last week, the stock surged after Goldman Sachs initiated coverage with a target price of 2,800. So that, it's up 25% this month, and now the promoters are looking to sell about a 0.9% stake in the company.
All right. Rima, thanks for that. More stocks with news flow. Sanghi Industries and M&M Financial Services also in focus. Back to Abhishek. Abhishek, morning.
Good morning, Prashant. Sanghi Industries, there is an offer for sale. So seller is promoter, that is Ambuja Cement, as well as the founder, Ravi Sanghi. So offer size is about 90.9 lakh shares, which is about 3.5% of the outstanding equity. The floor price is about 90 per share, which is at a steep discount of 12% to yesterday's closing price. So total offer size is about 81-82 crores that they have with respect to, if you take into consideration the floor price. price. M&M Finance resignation has happened. Their CFO has resigned. His last working date will be 31st of October 2024. That will be to pursue his personal, social and professional interest as well. He'll be there till 31st October, which means that he'll be there for Q2 FY25 result of the entity. Management has highlighted that they are in the process of identifying a suitable candidate for the succession plan that they have for the CFO. Mr. Karve had joined MMFSL as CFO in September of 2020, coming in from Marico, where he was a group CFO. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Abhishek. Well, let's go across to Vamakshi now to talk about some more stocks that are in the news. Vamakshi, good morning.
Well, good morning, Sonia. Let me first take you through some of the textile names that will be in focus with the likes of Gokuldas Exports, Arvind Fashion, AB Fashion. All of these counters are expected to open higher today, and that is because Textiles Minister Giriraj Singh yesterday said that they are now considering extending the 10,000 crore PLI scheme to the garment sector, and this is being done in order to boost manufacturing and exports. The market size of the Indian textile industry, in his opinion, is around $165 billion, and his aim is to take it to $350 billion. The ministry is framing a roadmap to move ahead of China in the sector, is what he says. He further adds that there is a huge opportunity in exports, and the industry should ideally target nearly $50 billion worth of shipments in the coming years. So overall, this bodes well for the textile sector. Expect all of these stocks to open higher today. Lastly, let's also focus in on Borosil. The counter was in focus yesterday, and it continues to be in focus today as well. The company has raised 150 crores via QIP. The issue price is at 318 per share, which is coming in at a discount of almost 8% to the closing price yesterday. However, it is important to note that it is also lower than the floor price of 331.75 per share. This QIP is expected to lead to an equity dilution of nearly 4%. However, there are some marquee names that have entered the stock on account of this. DSP Small Cap Fund, Society Generale, Modern First, Morgan Stanley Asia, Quantum State Investment Fund are some of the allottees which have been allotted over 5% of this QIP. Overall, because of the equity dilution, my sense is the stock is expected to open lower today.
Thank you very much for that. Let's do a quick recap then of the top stocks. Stocks with positive news flow are Bank of Maharashtra, Central Bank, Gokuldas Exports, Arvind Fashion, Aditya Birla Fashion. Keep all the textile stocks on your radar. Stocks with negative news flow are SBI Cards, MapmyIndia or CE Info Systems, Sanghi Industries, M&M Financial and Borosil. But now let's get to the commodity action from overnight. Manisha Gupta joins in now. Hi Manisha, good morning.
Morning, and thank you for that, Hima. Well, the strength in US dollar index, which is now trading at a 2-month high, clearly seems to be putting pressure on commodities. So when you look at the Asian markets, the screen right now, many of these commodities are trading in the negative. I'll start with the precious metals because there's a sharper cut onto this one. So while gold fell a percentage point, silver fell 2% in the overnight market. It also has to do with the industrial commodities, where the copper prices fell another 1.5%. That one is trading at a 9-week close right now. Aluminum and zinc prices fell 0.5% to 1%. We also have crude oil prices, which had been holding up for the last couple of weeks now. That has also seen a decline of more than a percentage point in the overnight market. The crude has declined because the U.S. inventories have seen a build-up, while, of course, the supply disruptions due to geopolitics is keeping the prices supported. But all of these markets will watch out for the U.S. First quarter GDP numbers that come in tomorrow, and then, of course, the inflation data that comes in on Friday. So ahead of that, it's a choppy market and some profit-taking as we head towards the month end.
Okay, Manisha, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's do one thing. Let's take a short break. Up next, we'll be joined by Devin Choksi of DR Choksi FinServe to discuss the fundamental stock analysis. Stay tuned.